6 Morning News begins with First Alert Weather.
Good Monday morning, and thank you for tuning in to your trusted news source on this First Alert Weather Day. I'm John Redfield.
And I'm Mandy Koskela.
And I'm TV6 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Perez.
More heavy snowfall is expected this morning, which will slow down your commute. Right now, we have 13 school closings, including Marquette Area Public Schools, Negaunee Public Schools, and Ispermine Public Schools.
That's right. Our phones have been busy throughout this morning, so keep an eye on the bottom of your screen or on uppermichigansource.com for the full list of closures and delays as we continue to update it. But as for right now, Jennifer, heading out the door, we mentioned your commutes may change, and that's because of the snowfall.
Yeah, that's right. The final round is ramping up for the morning hours with multiple bands of moderate to heavy lake effect snow expected, especially in Marquette and Alger counties. You can expect poor visibility, snowy and slippery roads with this additional final round. It is going to be ramping up and wrapping up today. By the evening, we're basically done. So this morning, we're still seeing those lake effect bands. Right now, we've noticed in the last hour to 2 hours that those bands have been increasing over Marquette as well as Alger counties. We'll zoom into some areas. So US 41 over to east of Marquette, near M28 and near Alger County, seeing more moderate intensities through US 41 on south as well as 35 on south. So we're talking about near Gwinn all the way down into portions of northern of Delta County, near Brampton, Masonville, those areas. Also US 41 diving into northern Delta County as well. We also have a predominant band just east of the city of Munising along M28 coming in off of Lake Superior, and this extends down to near Hiawatha along 94 as well. Here's your hour by hour. We can see that intensities with a prominent band will set up between Marquette and Alger counties here by mid-morning. This is 9 a.m. and this could even extend into northern Delta County at times. So by early afternoon, we'll start to see intensities gradually weaken. Intensities will still be moderate at times for Marquette and Alger counties. If you're near Lake Superior, it's a little bit more light to scattered for other counties across the west and across the east. Here are the alerts that are still in place. The winter storm warnings for Marquette and Alger counties continue through 7 p.m. So the first alert for the worst conditions will be for the morning hours, minor improvements for the afternoon, and more noticeable improvements for the evening. However, we still have our road crews out there that are still going to have to be, cleaning up the roads from that snow, so conditions could still very well be dicey, icy, slippery, and snowy extending into the afternoon and evening. Please mind your speed and your distance with other vehicles. We'll talk a little bit about the rest of this week. I'll have the first alert to that in a couple of minutes. John?
Thank you, Jennifer. We'll be looking forward to that. And when severe weather is happening in Upper Michigan in any season, we want your storm reports. It's easy to submit those to the TV6 Weather Center. Go to uppermichigansource.com and the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app or weather apps to fill out the form and send in any pictures as well. To new developments out of Washington, D.C., the longest shutdown in U.S. history could be nearing an end.
That's right. Last night, the Senate voted to advance a stopgap funding bill. Now, the chamber is set to work on amendments to it today. That deal does not extend expiring Obamacare subsidies, so many Democrats opposed it. However, Republicans do agree to vote on subsidies by early next month. The bill funds much of the government through January, but on a broader spectrum, it has longer provisions for military construction and veterans affairs, the legislative branch, and agriculture. Now, it also funds the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, better known as SNAP, through September. For federal workers, the agreement ensures shutdown back pay. It reverses recent mass firings and prohibits any more this fiscal year. If this plan becomes law, federal employees like air traffic controllers will get paid again. Now, the bill will need to go through the House, which could take days to do. Michigan Senator Gary Peters had mixed emotions after his vote against this funding proposal, saying in part, quote, "I'm frustrated that this deal doesn't take action on health care, but I'm relieved that it will not only protect but increase resources for desperately needed food assistance."
Today, McDonald's is offering free meals to Marquette County residents impacted by SNAP benefit cuts. Wilson Family McDonald's locations are giving out free McChicken meal deals to SNAP recipients and their families. It includes a McChicken, 4-piece nuggets, a small fry, and a pop. All you need to do is bring your family members who will be eating with you and proof of SNAP eligibility. The Wilson Family McDonald's says it wanted to do something to help its neighbors and show that they care about you. The offer is available at all Marquette County McDonald's from 11 in the morning to 7 o'clock tonight.
Gas prices in Michigan are back on the rise entering this week, up 14 cents from a week ago. AAA of Michigan reports you are now paying an average of $3.11 per gallon of regular unleaded gas. Now that's depending on where you live in the state. That's 13 cents more than this time last year. Meanwhile, the national average is slightly lower at $3.07. Around Upper Michigan, you'll find the lowest average in Houghton and Marquette counties at $2.91 per gallon, while the highest is still in Mackinac County at $3.29.
A Veterans Memorial in Lance will soon be moved to a new location, but it needs your help to get there. Yesterday, local musicians hit the stage inside Lance schools for a free concert. During the event, donations were welcome to help the cost of the move. Right now, the memorial stands in front of the old VFW, which has been torn down. The new location for it will be the downtown waterfront park. One volunteer says they've already raised $30,000 of their $50,000 goal and hope to give it a new fitting home.
Most definitely, it's to honor the veterans that have served our country in the time of war and the time of peace. It's a lasting memorial for them. And we have such a beautiful waterfront park downtown.
If you would like to donate, there is a Veterans Relocation Fund at Superior National Bank in Lance. You can also donate at the Lance American Legion on Front Street. And turning out to weather, Jennifer, we're having a first alert weather day today, but what does the rest of the week look like?
Well, John, it is still going to be an active one. We're expecting another cold front to come through tomorrow with very light scattered snow. For the rest of this week, it doesn't look like we have big snowfall, but it is still going to be relatively active. So very light scattered snow for your Tuesday. And then behind that, a warm up will continue to develop on Wednesday. And so that will yield a transition to a rain and a snow mix for Wednesday. After that, Thursday and Friday remain dry. So we'll get hints of beautiful sunshine. But by that point in time, we have that warm up that'll be well underway. So we'll have kind of a melt and a refreeze happening for the end of this work week, which will still cause some hazardous driving conditions. Here's a look at the region. Lake effect snow still continuing through the afternoon for central and eastern areas of the UP, and then right off the west coast of the Lower Peninsula off of Lake Michigan as well. We're not the only ones dealing with this first big winter weather event of the season. Here we go for tomorrow morning. A few scattered snow showers ahead of this front. Now the front coming through tomorrow evening, some relatively warmer air behind it. That's going to cause that transition that I mentioned to lake effect rain continuing into Wednesday as well. We'll talk a little bit more about this in about 10 minutes. John, Mandy.
We'll check back in with you soon. Thank you, Jennifer. Now today, the bell of the Edmund Fitzgerald will ring 29 times as the crew is honored during the 50th anniversary of its wreck.
Coming up, TV6's Michael Solbeck is live from the Marquette Maritime Museum with a look into the life of this ore carrier.